Hi, I'm Tash. I'm from Quirky Hand Knits. I design and create beautifully hand knitted accessories, and my aim is to provide tips to empower other knitters so that they can create the best knitting that they can. This is me. So this is my logo, and you can find me as Quirky Hand Knits all over the internet, here on YouTube, but also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Periscope and Ravelry. I thought I would continue with the tutorials that I've been doing on YouTube recently. So the next one I'm going to show you actually finishes the socks if you've been making them from one of my patterns. And it's this tiny little thing here. It's Kitchener stitch. This is a sewn bind off, and what it does is it creates a row of knitting between two open sections, so it looks like you haven't actually bound it off at all or cast off at all, but it actually looks like it's gone continuously round, and it's great for the end of socks, it's great for toes, it's also great for shawls or scarves where you make them in two halves and then you need to Kitchener or graft them together. So let's have a look. Okay, so on the table in front of me I have got my socks, which are almost finished. You can see that I've got just a few stitches left on 2 DPNs at the end of the toe, and I've also got a length of yarn which I've already threaded onto a tapestry needle. This needs to be fairly blunt so that you don't catch your stitches, and you need about 30 centimetres or 12 inches to do this. Okay, so we're going to pick this up and just wait for the camera to refocus. Here we go. Right, so what you should be able to see is that although they don't look completely evenly spaced, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 stitches on the back needle and 2, 4, 6, 8 on the front. And this is where we need to be to start the Kitchener stitch. And first, the thing we need to do is to prepare the front 2 stitches. So we're going to do that by purling through, so we put the tapestry needle through this one as if to purl, and then we're going to take it through the back one, the first stitch on the rear needle as if to knit. You need to try and get your tension roughly right, but we can sort that out at the end, so don't worry if it doesn't work too well. Okay, so we've prepared those 2 stitches and we're going to work the front 2 stitches on the front needle, the first 2 stitches on the front needle, and then we're going to work the first 2 stitches on the back needle, and these will give us, these pairs of stitches will give us the Kitchener or the grafting stitch that we're looking for. So this is where the Kitchener chant comes in, because you need to go through the first stitch as if to knit. So you put your tapestry needle through as if to knit, and you pick off this stitch. We're going to take that one off the needle and just push it back again, and then you go through the next stitch on the same front needle as if to purl. So you pick off as if to knit and prepare as if to purl, and then on the back needle you pick off as if to purl. There we go, and we're just going to get rid of that one, and then you prepare as if to knit. So now we've worked 4 stitches and the next 2 are prepared again. So off we go again. We pick off as if to knit, and prepare as if to purl, and then we work the back needle, pick off as if to purl, and this one needs to come off, and prepare as if to knit. Don't worry if your yarn rips round a little bit, you can just pull it through and sort it. Okay, and then we go again. Pick off as if to knit, and prepare as if to purl, pick off as if to purl, and then prepare as if to knit. And we're just going to keep doing this until we get to the last 2 stitches. At the end of socks, this isn't too time consuming because you don't have that many stitches to work with on a toe, but it could take a little while if you were grafting a shawl together, for example, or a scarf that had been knitted in 2 halves. So we're picking this one off as if to knit, preparing this one as if to purl. There we go. And then pick off as if to purl. And prepare as if to knit. Here we go again. That one's knitted, this one's purled. This one's purled. But this one's knitted. Okay. And now we've got down to our last 4 stitches. So we're going to do these exactly the same as we would. So pick off as if to knit. And prepare as if to purl. And then pick off as if to purl. And this one needs to come off the needle. And prepare as if to knit. There we go. Right, so we've just got 2 last stitches on the needles and all the others have been dealt with. So we're literally going to knit through this one. There we go. And pick it off. And then very carefully we're going to purl through this one. In fact, I'm going to take that out and just pull the yarn through. So I hope you can see that that looks like a pretty straight line of knitting. We can pull these stitches around a little bit and make them a bit neater. So before we fasten it off, let me show you how to do that. If you find that your stitches aren't quite how you would like them, you can just, by very carefully sticking a tapestry needle in, you can just lengthen some of the sides of them. Try and do it all on the same side so that you are doing the same movement to each stitch, but you can just make it look a tiny bit neater. There we go, and that looks a bit better. Okay, and then some people get really concerned by this little flappy bit here. I tend not to worry about it too much. If you open your sock out, in fact I'm going to put my hand in it now. So, and you see if you can find this tiny bit here in between the 2 bits where you've been Kitchenering, and just pull it gently. Can you see it has disappeared? So all that little flappy bit has gone.
and you would never know it's there. And all you need to do now that this has been kitchenered is to turn the sock inside out and weave in your ends.
Okay, so hopefully you can now see that that's really all there is to Kitchener stitch. It is just a series of knit and purled stitches so that you don't have any joins. And it's really simple to do once you know how, but everything's tricky when you start. I really hope that you found this tutorial useful. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can find future videos. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or leave a comment, or come and find me over on Instagram or Facebook. I have a Facebook group where I'm happy to give tips and help you with any issues that you might be having. And I have the same on Ravelry too, so come find me. Come say hello. I'd love to meet you. Talk to you soon. Bye.